Not last week, not next week.
This week
in AI. With Avi and Connor, thanks everyone for joining. Not as kind of a breaking news week as we've had in previous weeks with all the claws and all the mythos.
Yeah.
But still, a lot of newsworthy items that are happening on higher tiers that will ripple down and affect us in the coming months.
Definitely.
But we thought we'd talk through a couple things. Let's start in the hallowed halls of Palo Alto. What's happening in Stanford?
Yeah, they dropped their 2026 AI index. They released it April 14th. And the big takeaway was that China from 2023 to now has closed the gap in their model strength.
Okay.
So all the models that they're making are now within a few percent of intelligence of our US-based models. And that's a few things. That means the chips they're getting, yeah, they're last generation, and yes, there's sanctions. We could talk about your friend Jensen.
Yes, my buddy.
AI arms race, but really they're closing the gap. And that really results as the top level models being harder and harder to push that frontier and make them ever so smart. The Chinese models are catching up to us.
Yeah, my good friend Jensen was on Dwarkish's podcast, and he was a little combative when asked about China's access to different chips. He called it a loser mentality to even kind of wonder if there was some threat to that. What do you think his motivation is in that, Connor?
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves the good story of the arms dealer in a war.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where they're not wanting to not sell to both sides.
Right.
He wants to make money from both sides of this, arms race. And any country that's got the money and the funds to buy these expensive chips, they want to provide it to them.
Right. And so, yeah, in case we're talking Jensen, we're talking about NVIDIA, not NVIDIA.
Yeah.
And NVIDIA's chips are the kind of the baseline for all of
The gold standard.
Are there other chips in that you can use?
There's some other competing chips to try and make something, but really they're nowhere close to. NVIDIA's got that stronghold on that AI and training, chipset.
Yeah, their architecture is foundational.
Yeah.
Again, high level news, China's models are advancing. How it affects small, medium-sized businesses, we'll see. We're in no way advocating trying some Chinese models.
No, yeah.
But in the models we are advocating, there's been a change. What's going on with Anthropic this week?
Cloud released their Opus 4.7 yesterday. It's a marginal increase in intelligence, a little bit better at coding, 87% versus 80% on the SWE benchmark. That's a software engineering benchmark often referenced for coding. The GPT and Gemini models are at 80% right now, so they're all vying for that top spot. But Anthropic's Claude Opus model has always been kind of that top dog. So they're just adding a little bit more percentage on there.
4.7, people using Opus, do they need to do anything to switch over? Will it happen automatically? What do you suggest?
If you're using the web-based, it already swapped over. If you're using Claude Code or anything like that, you may have to update for it to automatically grab that new model. It's the same pricing. It's really just a drop-in replacement.
Okay. Lastly, it's my son's birthday. Last week, Connor, I went over to Party City. He didn't want anything. He didn't want a video game. He said to me, Dad, I just want the house filled with balloons.
Yeah.
Get me some balloons. I went to Party City, a wonderful...
No more helium.
There was no balloons. No balloons. What's going on, Connor?
Yeah. So there's a plant in Qatar near the Strait of Hormuz that was attacked.
Okay.
And basically... The reason why it's such a big deal is helium is a major component in cooling down these chip manufacturing places.
Not just for hot air balloons.
Not just for hot air balloons.
Not just for balloons at Party City. Sorry, go ahead.
And so this helium shortage is really going to have this huge trickle-down effect of data centers and AI chip manufacturing and Ramageddon. So really, at the end of the day, what it means for small businesses and medium businesses is that AI-driven push may get slowed down a little.
Right.
While this manufacturing plant in Qatar is rebuilt, because it's going to take a few years.
Yeah, and it affects like data centers, the lithographers. So yeah, Iran bombed this plant in Qatar in retaliation for whatever we're in the midst of. Again, one of these kind of large-scale news events that's going to ripple down, and we'll see the effects. Stay with us. We'll map it out. We'll chart it out for you guys. Stanford, Claude, Helium shortage. Any other news items this week?
Those are, I mean, in my opinion, a few of the big ones.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely stay tuned. We'll keep you up to date.
Yeah. Again, as always, you watch us, you listen to us. It's helpful. you've got a business, small or medium, any size, and you're wondering, what can I do? What do you suggest, Connor?
Yeah, I mean, we've helped clients anywhere from the ground up kind of project where we help them from ideas to a finished product. The augmentation where people have an existing project and they want us to come in and maybe add some AI to it or ideate for some change they want to make. Or lastly, kind of a consulting thing,
right,
where we do maybe a code review, maybe we look at what you're trying to build on top of your current application, and we come in and we help you kind of consult at any part in the project.
Yeah, reach out to us. You know how to contact us. If you leave a comment, make it friendly. See you guys next week.
Have a great one.